areas, exactly what we're looking at numbers-wise, and as far as, of course, any flooding or damage that we're seeing. So keeping a close eye on that. We've kind of been looking all sort of different areas. Now we want to focus on New Orleans. We did see City Park. We saw what Paul was seeing there as far as a lot of downed trees. But now we want to check in with Mayor Helena Moreno.
Good morning to you, Madam Mayor. Can you hear us?
Hey, good morning, guys.
We do appreciate your time. What can you tell us in terms of what you're seeing in the New Orleans metro area? As Bree mentioned, we had Paul Murphy out in the City Park area, some reports of downed trees. Anything else?
Yeah, actually, I'm there right now. I actually have part of Marconi closed off over by the sports fields and the tennis courts because we do have damage here. It looks like we've got, a little bit of damage over on the tennis courts as well. So lots of downed trees. Parks and Parkways is deployed. They're already working on clearing this area. They got out here pretty early just to start working through this area. But overall, I mean, I would say that the city of New Orleans fared well compared to what I'm seeing in other parishes. We did have a bit of a short-term issue at the Sewage and Water Board with the Carrollton plant. There was, from what I understand, a power issue there with the Carrollton plant that took the pumps offline about 30 minutes or so. They were able to resolve it, very quickly, which I was so glad and relieved to see. Overall, we're getting, very few reports of damage through 311. But I do want to say this, that, I want to make sure that people are safe as they, get on the roads or anything like that, and we don't want anybody on the roads at this moment. So we are delaying the opening time for City Hall till 10 o'clock. And then also, of course, we do have our Nord camps that are happening across the city as well. And those are also, of course, starting late around 10 o'clock as well. And we sent all of that out, through NOLA ready alerts, like around 5 a.m. this morning. We started to send those alerts out that we would be doing these delayed openings just so, we can have people stay put and stay safe and not have to get on the roads thinking that they have to be there, right at 8 o'clock or anything like that. But overall, I mean, for the city of New Orleans, compared to what other parishes are going through, we've fared pretty well.
Most definitely, and thank you for bringing up that point about the Sewage and Water Board. Was going to mention that apparently some 30 minutes to an hour it was offline, but they were able to get that taken care of. I'm curious, ma'am, if you've heard anything out of the Lakeview area, because we were hearing some reports of some wind damage and whatnot. Anything cross your desk?
Yeah, so we're doing our assessments right now, but like I said, we're not getting, damage reports coming in through 311.
Okay.
So that's good news. But I do know that over UNO area that UNO police did report to our EOC early in the morning a tornado, but it quickly veered off toward the lake. And so it didn't appear that it caused, any type of significant damage, anything like that. But UNO police did report that to our EOC earlier this morning.
And I want to ask, too, I asked when we talked to Jefferson Parish President Cynthia Lee Shang earlier, just kind of about after dealing with this, it's kind of our first go around as we head into the season. I understand, it's not a hurricane, but we're dealing with much of the same effects here. Just kind of asked her thoughts on how she felt like everybody was ready, how people responded. So I want to ask you that question, but it's kind of a two-part because I also want to note that we saw in our own cameras a lot of law enforcement out there working, doing a lot of the things that maybe we could say they shouldn't have had to do if people had kind of heeded some of the warnings. So, how are you feeling about New Orleans' ability to be prepared and respond, but also, any warnings going into the season?
Well, first, I'll just say that I'm just really proud of our entire team at the city of New Orleans. I can tell you that everyone was on point, ready, through the leadership of Deputy Mayor Michael Harrison, along with Derek Hessen, who is our emergency manager. They had really every department set, ready to go. All of the department heads knew where they needed to be. The level of communications, I think, internally was very solid, along with working to ensure that we're communicating to the public information that they need to know. For us, this was a good kind of run through, particularly since, this is a new administration coming in. You have new people coming in. And so over my time at City Hall, I've seen some things that I thought personally needed to be improved, and I was able to implement those improvements, particularly around communications. as we moved into this particular preparation for this storm.
And we're going to have to stop you
know,
right there, Madam Mayor.
Sure.
I do apologize for being rude. We just have another tornado warning that came
go
through,
ahead,
so
go
we
ahead.
do need to get to
We'll
it.
chat later.
We will be in
Thank
touch
you,
with you.
guys.
Thank you, Mayor.
Stay
Thank
safe.
you.